Okay, officially, we are doing the numerology and the astrology for 11/4/2020, so the day after the election. I am officially doing this video at 1:31 p.m. Pacific time on 11/3/2020. So needless to say, we don't know anything about the outcome of the election. So this is going to be done just from the sheer numerology and the astrology and all that kind of stuff with no agenda. Hint, hint, no agenda about how this is going. So, thank you for joining me. I have a website. My website is SuzanneWagner.com or SuzWagner.com. On my scheduler, on my website, there is an online scheduler. You're more than welcome to schedule yourself with an appointment for me. I do have a new client discount, which is $30 off the normal charge of $150 for an hour, so it's $120 an hour. And you can see that as you just scroll through the different options that you go with. So I hope you guys have survived election night, and we are all now grateful that it is over. So let's go for the numerology and the astrology for today. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 10. The number 10 is about the endless energy and the bounty of God. It is the number of power, influence, determination, and drive. In the old days, it was part of the ancient beliefs that sovereigns had divine power, and laws were created declaring that monarchs were chosen by God. In modern times, that's less popular. And with the number 10, we have the belief in self-determination, freedom, choice, and independence. The number 10 is about the radiant body. It is energy that wants to lead, motivate, and create movement. It is not just about the I or the number 1. It is about allowing the expansiveness within to support larger cooperative environments. The positive aspects of the number 10 are a natural leader who seems to have boundless energy, a progressive thinker, and a manifester in the physical plane. Negative aspects of the number 10 define themselves as intimidation, arrogance, manipulation, the desire to control through fear, a person who is demanding and unable to follow others. So here we are in this day of power and new beginnings, a day where power plays will continue to unfold as we battle over the soul of our democracy. But on one level, all I feel is relief now that the official part of the election is over. Remember, I told everyone that this election would not really be decided right away. The legal rankering is just the beginning of the number 10. It's a 1 plus a 0. So the 1 is the individual and the 0 is power, and it's like force. So don't panic. Keep breathing. There is a lot that is showing itself, and not all of it is pleasant. If we survive the last 4 years, we can survive this. Democracies struggle to survive in an atmosphere of hate. We are at a beginning, the number 10, and that beginning has a lot of power. Again, the number 10, and a punch behind it if we will let it. Do not let our amazing country commit suicide in the volley of hate, greed, fear, and treachery. The number 10 is about the old systems of monarchies as they challenge the new systems of independence and freedom. Our founding fathers saw that law was not something to abolish or restrain. It was designed to preserve and enlarge freedom, because without law, there can be no freedom. Astrology today. The moon continues in Gemini until the late afternoon when it moves into Cancer. Cancer wants to be comforting, but integrity is very important with Cancer because the moon is void of course from the morning through the evening. This can be a difficult time and much can transpire. For some, things will be very hard to comprehend. Mercury is out of retrograde and appears to be in one place as it gains momentum to move forward. The moon trines Mercury and it wants to have verbal expression. Do not expect the words to be perfect. Mercury retrogrades unravel slowly, especially this one. We are feeling into the energetic demand for more diversity, honesty, and truth. We are also seeking places of comfort and connection. There will be attempts at heart opening. Our country needs to learn to love and reconnect around the values that this country was built upon. Healing is going to take a very long time. Nothing is over. There are many twists and turns to navigate. Do not yet let your guard drop. Blah, I can talk. Be kind. Recognize that there are many upset, and no matter what, do not lash out at those that are vulnerable. My quote for today: anger is a response to truth. When we live our life from that honorable place, what we embody will contradict the lies that others live. Truth is not expressed for our comfort. Truth is a tool for freedom. Truth has an agenda: liberation from tyranny. Truth is not a medicine. It is a poison to those living in lies. And my blog for today. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and all women are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. From the Declaration of Independence, of course. Here are the truths Jefferson listed. Number 1, all men are created equal. Number 2, men are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Number 3, among the rights that men have are the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Number 4, governments are created to secure these unalienable rights. Number 5, governments get their powers from the consent of the governed. Number 6, when a form of government starts destroying people's rights, the people have the right to alter or abolish it and create a new government. Why is this important? It is important because at the time of the Declaration of Independence was written, the world was controlled by monarchies. The truths defined by Jefferson were very different from the truths that monarchists believed in. At the time, in 1776, most people were uneducated. It was easy to see that the rich and wealthy were probably smarter and more educated. Therefore, it was a part of life to kind of go along with the traditions where kings and queens used religion and their education as a tool to justify their power. And those same kings and queens used religion and their power to demand loyalty from the people no matter what types of insane things they wanted to do. After all, they were chosen by God. Ordinary people could not disagree with them. Monarchs just told illiterate people what to believe and what to do, and they did it, blindly and without thinking. If people refused to obey, they were imprisoned, fined, physically punished, and even killed. But Jefferson and most of the other men who signed the Declaration of Independence disagree with monarchists because these men were also highly educated and they recognized that truths to an awakened mind were self-evident. In commemoration of Thomas Jefferson, who was greatly influenced by the writings of John Locke, I've included some of John Locke's quotes. John Locke said, "I have always thought the actions of men the best interpreters of their thoughts. No man's knowledge can go beyond his experience. Wherever law ends, tyranny begins. Education begins the gentleman, but reading, good company, and much reflection finish him." Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.